if you've ever like sat in bed and tried to like make the pros list and the cons list to a decision, and you're trying to figure out if doing X thing is the right decision or not doing X thing is the right decision, whether that be like buying a wig, going to the doctor, starting a new course, or doing a new job, or having a conversation with your boss that you're not totally sure about, or moving to a different country, or literally anything. And I'm going to offer this just for the people who are experiencing hair loss and alopecia. I'm going to offer it up to you as a tool that you can use when you are making those really, really important decisions regarding what treatment, if you choose to do treatment, if you tell someone about it, or if you don't tell someone about it. This is going to be your go-to tool for making all of those crazy decisions that we have to make when we are faced with so much uncertainty around what we're going to look like, what it's going to feel like, what are they going to say, all of those little voices that you get in your head. And a lot of them, you know, they're really real and valid concerns. So this is a really simple tool. It literally can take a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, and we're going to practice kind of toning your inner compass and your inner authority. And so the first thing that you're doing, don't close your eyes if you're like driving or something, but literally do this with me. This is important. It'll take 2 seconds. I want you to think of something that you really know that you want. Like, think of something that you're like, yes, I want coronavirus to be over. And close your eyes, and I'll do it with you. And take a big, deep breath and just breathe into that feeling of the world being without COVID. And this could be like, you know, maybe you choose COVID, maybe you just choose something that you're really excited about, that you know that you want, like pancakes. But choose something that you really, really know, like, yes, big, oh, yes. And notice how your body feels. And notice how your breath feels. And notice how your jaw feels, if it relaxes, if your shoulders lower. You might feel kind of some energy in your chest, an expansive energy. Or maybe it runs out towards your fingertips. Maybe you can notice that your lips begin to change. Maybe they do a slight little smile. Just noticing how it feels. That is a yes. That's your body telling you yes. Now we're going to take it to the other side, and I'm going to ask you to think of something that you do not want, like you really don't want it. Think of something that you don't want it. So it could be something like more quarantine for 3 more weeks. Or it could be something like maybe you hate Brussels sprouts. Or think of something like maybe it's just pretending breaking up with your partner or something, like something that you really, really don't want. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to think of that thing and like imagine. You might even feel resistance to doing it because it's your body is literally telling you no. And that's okay. It's just for a second. So notice the types of thoughts and body language that comes up. You can see that my shoulders come in and I'm like rejecting whatever it is energetically, and you can feel like your brow kind of furrow, and you kind of want to collapse in on yourself and squeeze up even, and just feel into that no. Feel into that thing that you don't want. Maybe you're like pushing something away. Maybe you feel sad or disgust in the pit of your belly. Maybe you feel protective and you want to just like pull yourself away. You feel your jaw tighten, right? So when it's a no, your jaw like, and when it's a yes, you can feel all that part of your body just soften, right? And I feel it in my back. My back holds a lot of tension, so you might feel it in your back. So these are the 2 yeses and nos, and we can feel the differences, right? You guys, can you feel the polarizing differences in between them? Tell me if you can't. Once we feel the polarizing differences in between them, we can use this guide and this magnetizing tool to make decisions. So, for example, I'm going to use my trip first. I'm going to use my personal experience, right? So I'm thinking about, okay, I've got I recently made a really difficult decision, which was to come back to Australia. And there was a yes and a no. Book the plane ticket or don't book the plane ticket. And it's really simple. For me, it wasn't a simple decision, but the practice to get there was. Ultimately, what I did and what you can do when you're thinking about these decisions is think, okay, if I say yes, what's this gonna look like? Where am I gonna be? And visualize yourself in that. Visualize yourself with the wig, or in the doctor's appointment, or in Australia, in the country. And notice how your body feels. Amber says, I definitely felt a difference in the ways my facial muscles reacted. The face is so strong. I always say this in my yoga classes. Manage the face, notice what your face is doing, and the rest of the body will follow, because the face has this crazy connection and it tells you. So if you notice like you're in something, it's a sign. So when you're making decisions, think about the yes situation. Like, yes, I'm there. I say yes. This is what that would look like. See if you can visualize it. Notice how your body tells you what it thinks. Notice if you feel that relax in your facial muscles, or if you feel a tension. And notice what comes up. And you can also say, okay, if I were to say no to this opportunity, visualize what happens around that no. So you don't go to the doctor's appointment. You don't buy the wig. You don't move countries. And notice how your body feels and what it does. That way we're taken out of these stories and thoughts that we have, because all of our thoughts are very much related to our subconscious mind, our samskaras in Sanskrit. And there is an infinite amount of wisdom in the body. So if we can connect into that, then it really, really helps when we're surrounded by uncertainty.